Hello friends, in this video I'll be explaining traversal technique in binary tree. So why we need traversal? We need traversal in order to visit each and every node which are there in a binary tree. Suppose I have constructed a binary tree and I would like to print that binary tree. So for printing, like we need to traverse each and every node. Okay. So for that reason, we need to use some traversal techniques. It is divided into two parts. One is depth first traversal and the second one is breadth first traversal. So depth first traversal means like the flow of traversing will be in depth-wise manner. Suppose this is a binary tree. So in DFS, the flow will be in depth-wise manner. Like from root node, it will start and it will move in depth-wise manner like this. So it will move over here, then it will return to the caller, then it will move in the right part, then to the root, then like this. So this is depth first traversal flow. Now in case of breadth first traversal, the printing of the node will be done in level wise manner. First this level will be printed, then level 1 will be printed, and then the next level, and so on. So basically this is the difference between depth first traversal and breadth first traversal. Now DFS is again divided into three types. One is pre-ordered traversal, post-ordered traversal, and in-order traversal. So these are the traversal techniques under DFS. So basically the traversing will be done in depth-wise manner, but the sequence of printing the node will be different in these three traversal techniques. Okay, and BFS is classified into level order. Means level by level you need to traverse and you need to print the node. So first we will be discussing pre-order traversal. So we know that it's a part of DFS. So basically the traversing will be done in depth-wise manner and the sequence in which the node will be printed is like first we need to print the node, that is root node, then we need to move to left, then we need to move to right. So these are the sequence which we need to remember for pre-ordered traversal. So first root, then left, then right. Okay, so suppose this is a binary tree and we need to print the pre-ordered traversal of this binary tree. So I've already told the sequence will be root, left and right. Therefore, each node in a binary tree will follow these sequence. Okay. So let's start printing the pre-ordered traversal of this binary tree. So we know that there are nodes like 7, 6, 4, 1, 8, 9, and in each node, three operations will be performed. Like first root, then left, then right. Okay. So let's start. So the first operation is root. So we'll be printing the root value, the root node's value. So the moment we will be encountering the operation root, in that case we are going to print the node's value in which we are currently standing on. Okay. So we'll be starting our traversal, pre-order traversal from the root node. So this is a binary tree and the root node is this one. So the first operation which we need to perform is root. So the moment I have encountered root operation, in that case I'll be printing the node's value. So the node is 7, its node is having value 7 and therefore I'll be printing 7. So I have completed this root operation. After that the next operation which I need to perform is left. So I will be moving in left direction. Left and right are the directions and root indicates that you need to print the value in which you are currently traversing on. So yes, I have moved in left direction and I have reached to this node having value 6. Now again we need to start the operation from beginning. So the first operation is root. So we'll be printing 6. So we have completed this operation root. Then the next operation is left. So again we need to move to left. So basically we have completed the left operation of this. We have completed the left operation of node having value 6. Now again we reached to the new node having value 1. So again we need to check in the box that whether, like, what all types of operations which we have already performed. So right now in node 1 we have not performed any single operations. So the first operation which we need to perform is root. So again I'll be printing the value, that is 1, and the next operation which I need to perform is left. So while moving to the left direction from node 1, we are not having any nodes left. So in that case, we need to move to the caller. In that case, we need to return back to the caller. So hence, if you are encountering null value, you need to return back to the caller, and the caller is node 1. Now again, we are standing on node 1, and in node 1, we need to perform operation. So the next operation is write. So we will be moving in write tree. Okay, so while moving in right direction, we again encountered null value. So again we need to return back to the caller. So we have reached in node 1. So all the operations of node 1 is already performed with. So we will be returning back to the caller of node 1, which is node 6. So in node 6 we have performed root, we have performed left. Now the next operation which we need to perform is right. So we will be moving in right direction. While moving in right direction, we have encountered a new node having value 8. So again, we need to check in the box what all operations we have already performed. So we have not performed root. So we'll be performing this operation and we are going to print 8. Now, the next operation which we need to perform is left. So we'll be moving in left direction, and in the left direction the value is null. So we need to return back to the caller. So we'll be returning back again to the node having value 8. Now we have performed left operation. We need to perform the right operation. Again, we need to return back to the caller, that is having value 8. So all the three operations we have performed in the node having value 8. So again, we need to return back to the caller, and the caller is 6. So for node 6, we have already performed these three operations. So again, we need to return back to the caller of node 6, that is node 7, and we need to check what all operations are left. So probably this right operations are left. So we'll be moving in right direction again. So we'll be cancelling this operation because we have already performed right operation. Now we have reached to node 4. So in that case, the first operation is root. So we need to print the root. We have performed with root. Then we need to move to left. So while moving to the left, as there are no nodes available, so we'll be returning back to the caller. The caller is node 4 itself. So we have performed left. Now from node 4, the next operation remaining is right. So we will be moving in right direction. So we have performed right. Now in node 9, again we need to check how many operations are left. So probably we need to start with root first. So we'll be printing 9. We have performed root operation. Then the next operation is left. So while moving to the left, there are no nodes available. So we'll be returning back to the caller. The caller of this is node 9. So we have performed left operation. Now we need to perform right operation. So again, there are no nodes available. It means null. We have encountered null value. So we need to return back to the caller, that is node 9. And we have performed all the three operations. So the moment we have performed all the three operations, we need to return back to the caller. The caller of node 9 is node 4. In node 4, we have already performed three operations. So again, we need to return back to the caller. So in node 7, we have already performed three operations. Then we need to return back to the main function and we need to print 761849. So probably in each node, we need to perform three operations. One is root, then left, then right. Okay. So this sequence is known as pre-ordered traversal. Next traversal technique is post-ordered traversal. So again, it's under DFS. So basically, we will be using depth-wise manner in order to traverse each node of a binary tree. And the sequence which we need to follow in printing the nodes are like, first we need to move in left direction, then we need to move in right direction, and then we need to print the node's value. Okay, so in each node we need to perform these three operations like left, right, and root. So let's start from the root node first. Okay, so basically suppose I am standing on this node having value 7. So the first operation which I will be performing is the left. So I need to move to the left direction first. Okay. Now again from 7, I have reached to node 6. Now in node 6, what all operations are there? Left, right and root. So probably I need to start from beginning. So I'll be checking what operation is there in the beginning and its left direction. So probably I'll be moving in the left direction. So I've completed left of node having value 7 and I have completed the left of node having value 6. Now again in node 1, I need to check for the operations. So I'll be performing the first operation which is there and that is left. So I'll be moving in left direction. Now if no nodes are available, it means that we have encountered null value. And the moment we will be encountering null value, in that case we need to return back to the caller of the node. So basically the caller of null value is node 1. So we'll be returning back to node 1. So we have performed left. Now the next operation which we need to perform for node 1 will be right. So we'll be moving in right direction. Again we have encountered null value. So we'll be returning back to the caller of null, that is node 1. So we have completed right operation. Now the next operation is root. It means we need to print the node's value. So currently we are standing on node having value 1. So we will be printing that value. Now after completion of these three operations, we need to return back to the caller of node 1, that is node 6. So we'll be returning back to node 6. Now in node 6, the operations which we have already performed is the left operation. So now we'll be performing the right operation. So we'll be moving in right direction. So we have done with right direction. Now we are currently on node having value 8. So in that there are three operations, left, right and root. So we'll be performing the first operation, that is left. So we'll be moving in left direction. We have encountered null. It means we need to return back to the caller. So the caller of null value is node 8. Now we need to perform the next operation, that is right direction. So again we have encountered null value and in this case we need to return back to the caller of this null, which is node 8. The next operation which we need to perform is the root. So we'll be printing 8. So we have done with all these three operations. At the moment we have completed these three operations, we will return back to the caller of that particular node. So the caller of node 8 was node 6. So we'll be returning back to node 6. Now in node 6, the operation which we need to perform is the root operation. So we'll be performing that operation first. Basically, we'll be printing value of node having 6. So probably in each and every node, we need to perform these three operations in a sequential manner. Okay. So after completing this three operation of node 6, we will be returning back to the caller of node 6, that is node 7. And the next operation which we need to perform in node having value 7 is right direction. So we need to move to right direction. So we'll be moving in this right direction. So we have done with this operation. Now we have reached in the node having value 4. So in this we need to perform the first operation, that is left. So we'll be moving in left direction first. So again we have encountered null value. So we need to return back to the caller. So the caller is node 4 itself. Now we need to move in the right direction. So in the right direction there is a new node having value 9. So we'll be visiting that node and the operations which we need to perform first will be the left operation. So we'll be moving in left. We have encountered null. We'll be returning back to the node again. Next operation which we will be performing is the right operation. So we'll be moving in right. Again we have encountered null. So we'll be returning back to the caller of null value, that is node 9. Next is root. So we'll be printing 9. As soon as we encountered root value or root operation, we need to print that node's value. Okay. So after completing all these three operations, we will be returning back to the caller of node 9, that is node 4. Okay, so in node having value 4, we have already performed left operation and right operation. We need to perform the root operation. So we'll be printing the node's value. So we have done with these three operations. We need to return back to the caller of node 4, that is node having value 7, and in that node the only operation left is the root one. So we'll be printing the node's value, and finally we will be returning back to the main function. Okay, so this is known as post order traversal. So in pre-order traversal the sequence was like, first we need to print node's value, then we need to move to left, then we need to move to right. In case of post order traversal, the sequence is quite different. First we need to move to left direction, then we need to move to right direction, and then we can print the value of node. Okay, next traversal is in order traversal. So we have completed with pre-order and post-order traversal. Now in this in order traversal, the sequence is like, first we need to move in left direction. While moving in left direction, we need to print the root node's value, and then we need to move in right direction. Okay, so in case of all these traversals, you need to remember the sequence of printing or traversing the nodes. Again, I've constructed a binary tree, and in each node there are three operations which we need to perform: moving in left direction, printing node's value, then moving in right direction in sequential manner. Okay, so I'll be starting the traversal from root node. So the first operation which we need to perform is to move in left direction. So I'll be moving in left direction. Then in node having value 6, the first operation which we need to perform is again to move in left direction. So I'll be moving in left direction. In node having value 1, again we need to move in left direction because it is the first operation in this box. So I'll be moving in this left direction. Now there are no nodes available. It means that we have encountered null value. The moment we encounter null value, we'll be returning back to the caller of that null. So the caller of that null is the node having value 1. So we have done with left. Now the next operation is root. So we need to print the node's value. Okay. So we have performed this printing of node's value. After that, the next operation is to move in right direction. So again, I'll be moving in right direction. Again, there are no nodes available. It means that we need to return back to the caller. So the caller is node 1. In node having value 1, we have performed all the three operations. It means that we need to return back to the caller of node 1, that is node having value 6. So we'll be returning back in this node. Okay. So in node 6, we have performed left operations. Now the next operation is to print the value. So we'll be printing 6. After this, the next operation is to move in right direction. So we'll be moving in right direction. Okay. Now we are currently on node having value 8. So in this node, we need to start the operations from beginning. So we'll be performing left operation first. So we'll be moving in left. No nodes are available. We need to return back to the caller. So we'll be moving in we'll be moving towards the caller of null value, that is node having value 8. Then we'll be printing root value. So we'll be printing 8. After printing root value, the next operation is to move in right direction. Again, we have encountered null value. We'll be returning back to the caller of this null value, that is node having value 8. So we have done with all these three operations. Now we'll be returning back to the caller of node 8, that is node 6. So in node 6, we have already performed the three operations. Therefore, again we need to return back to the caller of node 6, that is node 7. So in node 7, we have done with left operation. So the next operation is root. So we need to print node's value. So we'll be printing 7. We have done with root. We have done with this root. The next operation is to move in right direction. So we'll be moving in right direction. Now, currently we are on the node having value 4. So in that node, we need to start from beginning. So we'll be performing left operation first. So I'll be moving in left. The value is null. We'll be returning back to the caller of null value, that is node having value 4. The next operation which we are going to perform is printing the node's value, that is 4. So now, after printing the node's value, the next operation is to move in right direction. So in right direction, again we have encountered a new node. So we need to perform the operation of this node having value 9. So the first operation is left. So we'll be moving in left. No nodes are available. It's null. We'll be returning back to the caller of null value, that is node having value 9. Then we'll be printing root. We'll be printing node's value. So basically we are going to print 9. After that we'll be moving in right direction. Again we have encountered null. Therefore we'll be returning back to the caller of this null value, that is node having value 9. We have performed with all these three operations, left, root and right. Therefore again we will be returning back to the caller of node having value 9. That is, we'll be returning back to the node having value 4. So in node 4 we have already performed these three operations, therefore no operations are left. We'll be returning back again to the caller of node 4, that is node having value 7. So finally we have completed all the operations of node having value 7. So we'll be returning back to the caller of the root node, that is the main function. So basically recursion plays an important role. Okay, using recursion we can easily perform these three traversals with less number of codes. Only 3 or 4 lines of code are required in order to perform these three traversals. The main thing is, like, we need to remember the sequence of traversing each and every node. Like in case of pre-order traversal, first we need to print the node's value, then we need to move to left, then we need to move to right. In case of post-order traversal, first we need to move in left direction, then we need to move in right direction, and then we need to print root's value or node's value. And in case of in-order traversal, the sequence is left direction, printing node's value, and right direction. So at each node we need to perform these three operations in sequential manner. Okay, so this is all about DFS traversal technique.